Next, I'm going to introduce Aaron Hunt from Tri-County Community Action, who will be sharing his experience working as a housing specialist. And Aaron is joined by his two sons, Quinn and Christian. Thanks, Aaron.
We're going to leave them where they are. It's easier sometimes than moving them around. So you'll forgive me, I'm not used to microphones. Is this about right? I have a big voice. I don't want to overwhelm anyone. So, all right. It has been a pleasure listening to people talking about the things that are really near and dear to me. I didn't do any formal hellos for my everyone else knows everyone's names, and I don't know everyone's names. I'm bad at that. So, hello, my name is Aaron Hunt, and I'm a housing navigator working in the Tri-County FCCP program. Our Rhode Island families need more places to live. I support families from the southern part of the state. It's my job to help guide them through the difficulties of not having a safe and secure place to live. There's no right to a home in Rhode Island, so I help families understand what resources are out there, how to access coordinated entry, help them get onto a list for shelter or housing, and then maybe even buy them a tent if they have nowhere to go. Did you know you can't sleep in your cars with your kids? To stay together, sometimes families have to separate. 15 years ago, I moved back to Rhode Island from living out west. I spent 6 years on the West Coast, 2 of them working on horse ranches and living in trailers. No electricity, no plumbing. I did have some little friends. Mice seemed to take a perverse pleasure in running across my face while I slept. I did hatch a plan, and I got one of them one night, and I popped it, and it went over my face again. So it's challenging living outside sometimes, I have to tell you. I eventually moved up and found an apartment I could almost afford. Several years later, and $12,000 in credit card debt, I returned to New England to regroup. I was fortunate. I have a very supportive family. They helped with a place to live, finding a job. I started making $12.50 an hour, a little bit over minimum wage. I worked my tail off and I paid down my debt, every cent of it. I was able to buy my first house in Washington Park, south part of Providence. It was a good purchase. The home helped me meet my wife and raise my 2 boys, Quinn and Christian over there. Sorry, I got a little emotional about my family. They're good people. Our home allowed my wife to focus on her teaching degree, which she earned after 8 years of hard work. She's now a kindergarten teacher in Pawtucket. The opportunity to buy or even rent a home like the one that has contributed to my family, our family's success, does not exist in Rhode Island right now. Households are receiving vouchers, but losing them because they can't find a unit to use them on. Working families are living out of hotels because there's nothing else. Vouchers and incentives are an important part of the solution, but without actual units to use them on, they'll just be lost to time. Let's fund homes our families can afford to build lives in. My family and I are Rhode Islanders. We've built our lives here. Our brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and grandparents and friends deserve the opportunity to sink their roots into Rhode Island and experience the success the way my family has. Please say yes to invest.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate you sharing your story. I am not sure if I'm missing any other legislators who joined us, but I do want to acknowledge Leanne Byrne. Thanks, Leanne, for joining us, representing Treasurer Magaziner's office.